Hello, my beautiful Hershey Kisses and my diamonds, Teletubbies. You remember how I was constantly telling and encouraging women not to depend on the man financially for their survival or for their health care? And I think you have a lot of women who wanted to look at me like I had three heads or something, not understanding what I'm trying to do when, I keep trying to encourage women to always have your own money. If you want to be a housewife or you want to live that type of life, always make sure that you have your own money. And here's the reason why. This is a young female, homeless, and she's going through a divorce, and she permitted her husband to convince her not to work or to take a job. And look at how she ends up. This devastated. Look at that. Mess. A mess.
It's so hard to talk right now. Situation's so hard. I'm just trying to relax. I tried to fix it after 3 days with my husband. And he's just like, no, you can't, Like, I'm done with you. Today he keeps reiterating, like, through text message, like, we can be brother and sister in Christ. Sorry, this couldn't work out.
I'm done with you. We can be brother and sister in Christ. So that means he's supposedly a Christian. And look at how she looks. She's a mess.
Came to live with my family, but they're hopping from place to place because they don't have a place. 7 days here, 7 days there. It's the hardest situation. I'm about to go through a divorce. My husband not being there for me, and he knows the situation my family's in, which is one argument that we had before I left the house, because he said if your family loses their house, then they can stay here. But once it happened, I asked him, and he said no. And now I'm in this situation with them because he doesn't want me back. I just got a new job, and he said he's done helping me, he's done paying my bills on March 15th. So it's like helping my family, trying to pay my bills, not having a house, moving every freaking 7 to 14 days from place to place with the company my mom works for, because it's like they have vacation houses, but it's just the most humiliating, degrading, low position ever. And just to know that, like, I'm married and, like, my husband just doesn't care and isn't helping, doesn't want me. Like, I left the house because you threatened to call the cops on me when I wasn't even yelling at you. I'm over it. I'm just like, what is happening? I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of struggle and pain.
Now, are you getting a better understanding why I keep trying to motivate, inspire, and encourage women to always have your own money? Now she says she's starting a new job. She should have always had a job. So when he gets stupid on her time, she would have always had her own income. You see, her family is going through problems every 7 days. They're constantly moving about because the mother has that type of job. And with the economy the way that it is, her mother has to go from place to place because they have these business homes, but you're allowed to stay there for as long as you're doing business in that city or that town, and then you're up and whatever. Now the mom, she had her own house, but obviously the mother lost the house, probably struggling financially, when, the family should have stayed together anyway. But I guess this female, she felt that, I got to have a man. Life is not worth living unless I have a man. Well, honey, you got that man, and what good did it do you? He doesn't want me anymore, she says. Yeah, he's done. He had his fun with you, and he's done. And this is what I'm trying to get women to understand. People change, sweetheart. People change. You may be riding high in April, but you can be shot down in May. This is why you need to always make sure you have your own bank account, you have your own money, and all of this Shira 7 sprinkle nonsense. Stay home, let him work, you let him do all the bill payment. The only two men that you can depend on that are reliable, faithful, have integrity is God and Christ, honey. Because when you put your trust in God and Christ, they're going to always do what's best for you. And you don't never have to see what you see her going through. You don't have to worry about things. Jesus Christ, you ask Jehovah and Jesus for peace in whatever situation you're in. And then guess what? You don't have to worry. And if you do continue to worry, then that implies that you don't really trust God and Christ. You don't think that they're big enough, powerful enough, or loving enough to take care of you. You don't feel that Jesus Christ can be a provider for you. You don't think Jesus can protect you. Because you can see right here what she's going through. It's obvious these men are not reliable. Jesus can lead you and teach you. But Jesus asks you for one thing. These men are asking you for so much. Jesus only asks you for one thing and one thing only. And that is, trust me. Just trust me. And then you won't end up like this.
It's so hard to talk right now. Situation's so hard. I'm just trying to relax. I tried to fix it after 3 days with my husband. And he's just like, no, you can't, Like, I'm done with you. Today he keeps reiterating, like, through text message, like, we can be brother and sister in Christ. Sorry, this couldn't work out. So I came to live with my family, but they're hopping from place to place because they don't have a place. 7 days here, 7 days there. It's the hardest situation. I'm about to go through a divorce. My husband not being there for me, and he knows the situation my family's in. Which is one argument that we had before I left the house, because he said if your family loses their house, then they can stay here. But once it happened, I asked him and he said no. And now I'm in this situation with them because he doesn't want me back.
And the reason why you see a lot of women constantly going through this nonsense is because they don't trust in their real husband. Isaiah chapter 54 verse 5 says it all day long. Your real husband is the one who made you. His name is the Lord all-powerful. The Holy One of Israel is your what? Protector. And he is the God of all the earth. And the only thing he asks of you is to trust me. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.